on a mountain so high.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on the Powerhouse Radio station are those of the host, guests, and callers, are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other hosts or advertisers. The show, found on the Powerhouse Radio station, can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or conditions. Opinions stated by various contributors to the Powerhouse Radio and its programming are not to be considered as endorsed by the Powerhouse Radio station. Visitors are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusion. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind.
Yeah. You are welcome. Come and join us every Thursday from 8 to 10 American time. You know, Jamaican time is never on time. But anyway, I reason we are reason with you. Yeah. I reason we are reason with you. Yeah. Important topics. What's going on in this world today? Well, politics, yeah. I reason we are reason. Murder rate, crime and violence. I reason we are reason. Things that are personal. Reason we are reason. Mental situations. I reason we are reason. You're welcome. Join us. Tell a friend and a family member. Come reason with we, Lady B. Come reason with we, Queenie. Come reason with we, Darespecta. Well, we. You know, say down and I left we. Down mine and they are with we. I reason we are reason. Every Thursday night. Yeah.
Reason we are reason. Large up Coco G.
Big tune. Donna and Donna. You know, big motel today. That
How you mean?
introduction.
Reason we are reason.
Big things are going. How
Yeah,
are you
man.
all doing? That's by the
Awesome.
Darespecta right there. How is everyone doing? Hoping everyone is fantabulously fabulosa. Welcome. Donna put a smiley face. So Donna put a smiley face out there. Man, that
nice.
introduction. You hear that, girl? Big thing.
Nice.
Man, I'm telling you. Yes, not man. We're here another Thursday. Happy to be here. Happy to have you all here with us. If you're listening via our telephone lines at 667-930-9036. Massive shout out to you. That is our listening telephone line. And that's 667-930-9036 if you are ever anywhere and you don't have internet and you want to listen into the program, you can even dial in on that number. You won't miss any of your phone calls, anything like that, so you can use that as well. Listening via our website at da powerhouse radio .com, listening via the tuning app, the Zeno, the shouts. However, you're listening to us, 89.1 FM Victorious Radio. Whatever facet that you're listening to us, we want to say welcome. And if it's your first time through YouTube, big ups, and through Facebook, big ups, and X, formerly Twitter, I want to say big ups. And we're getting ready to launch into Instagram and WhatsApp. So we're trying to grow our platform and grow our listenership. So we just want to big up each and every one that continue to support us over here at DA Powerhouse Radio and continue to listen to us. Share the link, tell a friend, and a family member that we are here each and every Thursdays. All right, from 8 p.m. up until the 10 o'clock hour. That's Lady D, Queen, Darespecta. Right here, just reason we are reason we are reason. Big up yourself, Queen. How you doing, my sister?
Good, 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 good. I'm here. Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to the platform. Another Thursday reasoning. Again, hopefully we can enlighten you all on some things and you can share with us and we reason about it. So enjoy the show. Hey, the respecter.
Easy, Queen, easy, easy. A fun show, you know?
Yes, see Queen
Energy.
Mountain. I see Queen Energy high in us, so some reason
Yes, man. All day long.
I'm gonna try not to drum you out the respecter,
Me
okay?
just, me just want to know. Me just want to know what my name is.
Oh
Oh, okay, okay. You know, I'm trying to figure it out too.
goodness, oh my goodness. You should start it over. You need to start it out, Queen. Start it out. Man, well, our reasoning topics today, and also submitted and newsworthy and suggestions. Um, we have Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. He's in our headlines. We have United Airlines. Is public safety or even international um, safety? Do we have that? Do we really have that? And we're going to talk about why we asked that question. We last week we were supposed to touch church and secular music and just church in a whole. So we're gonna touch that just a little bit. How about that? Cat, we're not touching really the cat business because everybody talking about that and that. No, the man say where him say and him say where him say and nothing more than that. So you know, we're gonna dive into the former Jamaica College, the south of Jamaica, grounds man he pleads guilty. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna just really do a quick scrimmage to mothers. This, you know, crime don't pay. That's what we're gonna call that one. And you know,
Uh,
I didn't even get to put the headings on our YouTube, so I'm gonna have to fix that later. We're gonna talk about tipping. Tipping. We're gonna reason on tipping persons when they deliver your food or when you at a restaurant. And yo, did you all see Superman? He faced the judge today. And, yes, and plastic bottles. We're giving you a health warning, and so just tune into that. And just a quick snippet. We have a couple of stuff where if we get to it, we get to it. If we don't get to it, don't get to it. That's just a lot of stuff that came in. Reason on doing it. And hey, there was we're gonna talk about changing parties. So keep in mind.
what about the 10-foot alien?
Oh yeah, and we're gonna finish out. I don't know I hear this, but we're gonna finish out the next 20 minutes of the program talking about this alien thing because we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna tell you why we're gonna talk about it. The Fort Lauderdale incident that happened, and then all of these sightings and all. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk. We're gonna reason. We're not talking. We're reasoning about it. A reason. A
Is
reason.
then
You can dedicate that 100% to Donna.
Yes,
'Cause me and none of we can explain like she.
and this is, let me tell you, this is request. This is not the also, if you want to send your request in, send it into DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. That's DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com for topics that you would like to reason on. Okay, you would like us to reason on, and possibly you can join us for that reason. live on the panel with us, or so on. So yeah, yeah. So let me tell you, Donna says LOL. Yes, continue. Yeah, so here we goes. We're gonna just dive right on into it. Share the link if you received the link. Share the link, please. And thank you for sharing the link. All right. So where we diving into? We diving real quick into um Superman face. No, let's do that last. Um oh, a follow up on the HOA. Follow up on the HOA. There,
Mhm.
you know what? I People really, really need to research and know about these HOA situations. Know about what we are getting ourselves in. Because I'm in one, but the more I'm reading upon them and finding out about the HOAs, I'm finding out that they have uh, they have so much power that I don't think that we really, really know how much power that they have in making decisions for your own home.
Mhm.
It coming like as if you don't. It appears that as if you don't really have much say in your home from they say this is it, this is it. There's no going around it. Now there's a couple that wanted to buy an electric car, and because their HOA do not want them to install in their garage. Now they're getting the vehicle where they said they don't have to install anything. They go out the road, they can go out the road and charge their car and come back in. So the HOA have a lien or something on them where I have to look it up again. I thought I wrote it down, right? Where they cannot put in any plug into their own garage, that so they deny them for the loan of the car.
That's crazy.
You hear what I'm saying?
Mhm. I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, they deny them. They
Mhm.
bank the HOA knowing now. The
Mhm.
who is on the live and don't really know what the HOA is. The HOA is the homeowners association. If you live in a subdivision type of setting, things like that. Blessings to you, Don. Don says, "Good evening, Lady D. Williams.
Good evening, Dan.
Greetings." Yes. This is really, really.
It's ridiculous now. Come on now. You
But
already putting lien on my house. You gonna also go out into my private business? I mean, come on now.
not be able to. But
That's
I read most of it, and I was like, how did they even know that you were going to buy a car? Dude, is whatever
okay.
they have on there. Well, I guess I don't know how they even know that they were going out to buy a car.
You see, sometimes they check your rental history and whatever, when you're getting a loan or whatever. So
Um,
it could have been maybe they try to get in touch with them and they told them that. It could be that way.
but they're also saying that this is in the bylaws of um, the homeowners policies and procedures. So
Hmm.
something for persons to really, really, and you know what? Even now in a lot of different countries, including Jamaica, they're farming a lot of these subdivisions kind of settings.
And they're doing the same thing too over there. I heard. Hmm.
Same thing. So what I'm speaking of is not something just for America here. This is something for all around the world whom
Yeah.
are feeling like to buy a home in maybe a gated community or not a gated community, but from they have an association with laws and bylaws. You
Uh,
and I also encourage persons to talk to their realtors, if whomever is getting a realtor, to assist them in buying a property or assist or building in that community, then they really need to ask these questions, ask them about these bylaws and so
Because, lady,
yeah.
this is way beyond. Remember when we first brought this topic up, we talked about where we were saying it is good in terms of keeping the environment clean and, you're keeping out intruders and what have you. But this is beyond now. Come on now. This is way, way beyond that. I mean, when they collect all of these monies and what have you, I mean, Lordy, I'm sorry, I'm just like tongue tied with this because when I saw it and read it, and I'm saying, my God, this is beyond. When you sign these things, you're thinking that, oh, I'm just gonna pay this money so we can keep up the environment and the subdivision. But now this has gone way, way beyond that.
Yeah, this is way beyond that.
What can people
Well,
do to stop
well,
this?
best way to stop it.
Yeah,
Tell the
it
best
got
way
to
to stop it
stop.
is best way to stop it. Find out where the head, who is in charge,
But
live.
they said it can be the builder from the builder. Remember when we talked about it? They
Right.
Don't
said it
interrupt
can
me again.
stem from the builder or the tenant association can do this.
And it is
Don't.
also whomever is in office. Go ahead, Dom, the respecter. Go ahead.
Yeah, the best for me, what would I do? But I'll find out where the head person, the troublemaker, live. I'm spending some money on some red meat and wait till midnight and just throw a few pieces on top of the rooftop. And then somewhere in the back of the house and make the drunk of them come swarm them. Run them out of town.
Great.
And now drunk of there, Now drunk of there, America.
Oh God.
Them ridiculous, man. Them
But
ridiculous.
it's,
But and
I have to
truthfully,
make a light of it because I
no,
mean this is really beyond
no.
ridiculous.
But
It's
some
crazy.
black folks put them foot in them mouth because them get to what them call a head. And them decide say boy they want to go with the majority there because over there's a better. Them a run from them people and I run into hot water. Trying to be like.
I beg to differ. I beg
No,
to.
I'm not saying everybody. I'm just saying yeah, but a lot of them who think they made it in life.
But it even everybody, because it shouldn't be a problem for someone to want to live in a and most of in a community that is nice. And some of the time we're not even looking at necessarily say worse if it's not gated. This is an open area. You move in there. It's called wherever, and you move in there, and the people keep their places tidy and so on. So I just don't feel I live in one. I live in one. And I'm learning a lot now because when you're purchasing these property, and this is why I say persons who are purchasing property in these areas need to have their realtor get them information, bylaws and laws, and whatever the requirements are in whatever subdivision or even area that you're buying something in. That should also be a part of the process when you're purchasing your home. And if you
Hmm.
already have that home, then you need to take the initiative and
Yes.
start to find out these information of what is, do we have a homeowners association? If we do, I need a copy of your laws and bylaws so that I can write these things down. Also, it is important for us to attend these these homeowners association meetings to know what the plans are, what they are putting in month to month, where your money is going. in your neighborhood? What exactly you're paying these dues for?
I'm gonna tell you, Lady D, where me live right now. Before we buy this house, we check a few other subdivision, and that was one of the things we decided long time ago. So we now be a part of. I mean, I always lead on God for direction. And true story, very first house lose that after 7 years during the 2007-8 situation there. Searching and searching and searching for the next house 4 or 5 years later. Also find in the same setting as the one we lost because of the obedience, waiting on God. God direct you. Which part me live next door neighbor to my right, Yardi. One street across from me, Yardi. Up the road, about two, three houses up the road, Trini. You drive on Free Street and Free subdivision. It clean. The order did it. As if there's a home association going on. It's that once a year gathering, cook up and thing, music and so forth. Everybody get along with everybody. You can't find these type of subdivision without the homeowner association. And you can live happy and free and get along with your neighbors. So
But
people
how
need to
many of them
realize
are
that
there?
they don't we don't know. But you still have to use for your conscience and for your what you call it, pet peeve. Am I moving over here for this particular reason? You gotta have a reason why you want to live where you want to live. But like Lady Day said, yeah, you real estate have to do the most of the work for you. But you still have to do your work too. How many homeowners lose them house over here so because of homeowner association? How many people been fined because of homeowner association? What is the lifespan of the regular homeowner? How long them living before they move out? All them things they need. Homework. Do your homework yourself. Don't just go by what real estate I tell you. Check it out yourself. You can go there and walk and talk to somebody in there before you even move in there. They didn't know what your plan is and who you is and so forth. And check it out and see the vibe or the vibe with you being a different race. Or even your own race. Because your own race is racist too against you.
So you did all of that before you purchased your place. You went, you walked around neighborhood, you
Right?
went on the computer and you did whatever research you were supposed to research.
The first time I drive in here is when the real estate came in and signed the house and called me. I'm come.
Mhm.
Wipe their work. I'm come in and see the setting. Right there, I know say the father because I see the settings. It's a bigger house and a better house than the first one, but it's in the same setting, location wise. We now call it sack. I
Yeah.
was design and set. After that, they make sure say every day me come in here, me greet a neighbor. And when we're moving, most of the neighbor them find me and come welcome we. And like me say, you drive, you know, see no abandoned house, I mean abandoned car, you know, see no tree a gutter, you know, see no house I need paint and no ridiculous paint
Do
color.
they have a tenant association there?
Nah, we don't have it.
Oh, so it's just a tenant. Well, it's not you. It's very rare you find that type of neighborhood, pops. I'm being honest with you. Unless there is some type of tenant association that's regulating and taking care of that subdivision. I mean, chances are it can get, some of these houses can get dilapidated. You're just so lucky that you're in a neighborhood where these people care, but there are neighborhoods where they just don't care.
They said it used to be one, but what
And
happened why it ended, people that was in charge was thieving up the money. Because even though there was one, the homeowner themselves was still cutting grass.
you know
There
what?
was no over restriction, but when them do them fees and whatnot, and when something needs to be done with a neighbor, They thought that those things was going to be taken care of. Come to find out that's not the case. For them, we have home association was just to make sure say you cut your grass and you don't abandon car upon the property. That's not enough.
Donna says it's part of a real estate Ponzi, and if you don't read the provisions in those contracts, you can be signing over your ownership rights. Association, organization, etc. are scammers. So, with I'm going to tell you my situation. My situation was this: you come to you when I'm leaving from north, coming to the south, and it was a very quick move. So the realtor took us and to these several places. Now, mine, when I was living in North, I had bought myself a condo. So it was, I didn't know of subdivisions and things such as, because in Boston at that time, we didn't have that. It was nothing was subdivisions or with bylaws and laws and stuff like that. So at that time, up north was a little bit different. Now we're talking 30 years ago. So up north was a little different. So you come down here and you come to the south where they're building up these type of communities, and you're not really aware that this is going on, because I've never gotten a bylaw or law or even known of any association situation until I wanted to put up a satellite on my house. Okay. And when I put up the satellite, I was told that I have to remove it. It cannot be facing the street. And I was like, what are you talking about? It cannot be facing the street. I didn't understand the whole concept of it, because for me, how dare you tell me what I have on my head? And that's exactly how I approached it. So the situation is like, but then when it was all said and done, I had to move it.
Mhm.
And that's when I requested my laws and my bylaws, and to learn that you can have your house in neutral colors and certain things, which some things I did respect, because when I go into a lot of other subdivisions, you see people with these bright pink house and these bright green house, and it's a distraction, and it doesn't make it look good. You want to live in a good place. You're so lucky that you are around, that you got a diamond in the rough.
Mhm. Mhm. That's what I'm saying.
A community where
Knock
there
on wood.
there is people of different cultures that want something nice,
Hmm.
and you all manicure and do all of the stuff that you want to in your house.
And even interact with each other. That's good.
But you surely know that you can go the next street over or two streets over, and it's not like your block.
Mhm.
So thank God for where you moved to. I have done that now, that with my me purchasing other properties, and with me um assisting my children going and looking at homes when they were purchasing homes. So I've learned a lot, but for those who don't know, demand these things from your realtor, because with life's everyday hustle and bustle, and not many of us work for ourselves, and we be tired. So we don't have the time to necessarily research and all of that. But those are the things that your realtor is being commissioned for. So maybe you
Right.
just need to write down what you all are looking for when you're getting a property, or any questions you have, and have your realtor answer these questions, because that's their job. I would
Right.
suggest to anyone that's moving in the area, no matter how busy you are, after 5, you drive through that community.
Mm-hmm.
after s- because people are coming from work, children
Mm-hmm.
have came from school, and you can see the traffic and and what goes on in that neighborhood around us.
Mhm.
Time after six, not even five, six, seven, drive through those neighborhoods because you will get a you will get a glimpse of what you're going to be living around at nighttime.
And not just that, but now the police department, they have a number that you can call to see, find out about the crime rate in that area
Yeah,
that you're trying to move into. So all of these things now is, years ago it wasn't accessible, but now you can access these things easily on the internet.
yeah.
You know.
So yeah, like the respecter said, um, do your research, but pay
Mm-hmm.
the realtor that you're paying. Let them do that research,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's how you've done your research. You write out questions that you have, you let them
Mm-hmm.
answer it. That's their job. It's their job. So as we in respect to, you want to add anything else, and then we can move on if it's okay.
Not knocking on wood.
All right, Queen.
Yeah. That go through. You can go on. I think everyone got the message.
I,
We've been talking about this for a while now. We had like four different sections about this, the homeowner association. So we can move on.
all right. Next, real quick with this one, it's a drop in. Mother Black. This her name is Mother Black. She was found guilty, killing her son. I guess he was like 9 years old. Wait, I thought I left the other paper with my notes on it. Um, and it took 20 years for them to bring her to this, and she was convicted on covering up
Yeah.
the death of the child, but she wasn't. I'm going off of my head trying to remember, so because I don't have my notes in front of me.
She's guilty of concealing. She concealed the death of the son.
Yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
Blessings to you, my niece Andrea. Says good evening, aunties. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Blessings, blessings. Um, yeah, she 20 years. Why I just wanted to snippet on that is because I want persons to understand that crime does not pay.
Uh-huh.
Crime
Uh-huh.
doesn't pay because if it take the government even 20 years, 30 years, you're going to eventually you're gonna have to answer for your deeds. The universe is going to make you have to answer
That's it.
that you are doing. It's not even necessarily the police, the universe itself.
Universe. You know them say what the hell we say, what? Um oh Lord, something is a bitch. What them call we said, what's the word they use? It come back around to you.
What goes around comes around.
What goes around comes around, and you never know. It comes sometime different than you put it out there, even worse than you put it out there. So be mindful.
Yeah, yeah. Don't don't even bother with the crime thing. Just go straight as you can go and see.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes we have to dibble, we have to cut a little curb here and cut a little curb there, but do it without harming another one. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Yeah. So the respect, you want to touch that before I move on? Are you good on that?
Yeah, and don't celebrate a person's downfall.
Never,
that's it. True.
never. Another quick drop in there. United Airlines and Alaska Airlines. We just wants to know if the public transportations are safe. Are these airplanes safe? Is these railways safe? If these buses safe? Is our government doing what they really need to do to keep us safe on these transportation systems that we are paying for?
You see, the thing is, lady, these planes are privately owned by those companies. They're not owned by the government. And what happened is that everybody nowadays is cutting corners. They're not spending the money that they're supposed to be spending for people's safety because they don't really care. All they care about is making the money. They have a certain quote. quota that they're gonna reach and goal that they're gonna reach, and that's all they're interested in. It's the same thing with the food industry. They're putting out all kind of stuff out there to kill you off, and they don't care about who is hurting. You know how many recalls they've had this month alone, and the year just started. I mean, people, they just don't care. All they care about is making the money.
Mhm. Andrea says karma, and I guess that was in
That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Andrea.
yes. The plastic, piggybacking off of what you just said, as even into the food industry. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I was reading an article where it was telling you how much plastic particles are in the bottles. People, listen, the way that I see things is like this, that we're soon going to have to go back to basics. All right. Donna says it's not real food. It's not. It's not
It's
real.
not.
This is where I'm coming from, Donna. And Queen, I respect her. I just feel
Yes.
sooner or later we have to go back to basics. Basics of learning to farm, to learning to raise chicken, learning to learning to get water from tap, because we find these quick ways of getting stuff. Life for everyone is so fast. Everything is so quick. We need it now. We need it right now. We don't want to wait. These bottles, plastic is no good. It's been always said that even if you put plastic, if you leave the plastic water bottles in your cars, you shouldn't go back and it's heated. You shouldn't go back and drink it. You know,
Hmm.
that alone should tell us that these things are not good for us. We have to get back to tap.
Glass bottles. Yeah.
So I used to every week I used to boil a couple of pots of water. Get the water from the faucet, um, boil it. You understand? And put it in one of my glass containers. We have to also get rid of using a lot of these plastic stuff. It is not good for us. All right. It is not good for us. We have to get back to basics. A lot of things we're going to have to get back to basics.
Question.
Lady, I see them. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Spectre.
Now finish.
I was gonna say at the GM Center, I see these white folks come, excuse me, Caucasian folks come in, and they usually have those big, gigantic glass bottles, and they would get it filled up there and pay for it. I'm trying to figure out, is that thing, how is it stored? I guess they figure it is cheaper and much, much more safe for them to go to the GM centers and these places to get the water and pay for it with those big bottles. I see it even at Walmart. What do you think about that? Is that an
Well,
option?
it's a great idea.
Mhm. Donna says it's dirty because it's recycled. That's garbage. She also says they have to cut out recycling. That's nastiness. Okay.
Mm,
They
yeah.
look at it as saving the environment. That's how they look at it. With all that's going on, they look at it, Donna, as saving the environment at the expense of human lives.
The idea of tap water,
Mhm.
what I've analyzed a few years now, it's okay to take a shower, the water run in your head, on your head, gets in your eyes, it's in your mouth, wash your body. But if you were to drink that water, they say it's bad for you. If it's bad for the inside, wouldn't it be bad for the outside as well?
Not
Yes?
necessarily,
We have a
because what happened, you have all these organs inside of your body that are easily infected, much, much easier than your outer skin is easy to be infected. So I can't say that, and I'm not gonna agree with that. right?
But the
And
water,
it depends because right now all the time you hear they saying boil the water because that is happening to the water. So I'll more take what lady said in terms of boiling, even though they say you killing the nutrient when you boil it, but I would rather boil it than drink that tap water. I'm sorry.
but what does it do to your eye? Does the water go in your eyes, your ears?
It's not this. I don't think it's the same, but that's my perspective of it. I don't know.
Says Donna says a dirty water.
Dirty water. That's right, Donna.
I don't
Coming from the sewer, coming from the sewer, recycle.
So, hey, hey, I hope she knows say the same water they're running into the plastic bottles selling
I like that,
and call
Donna.
it
Thank you, Donna.
tap water and call it spring water. And the same dirty water them a buckle up and I sell as spring water.
say when we go restaurant, if anytime I do go to a restaurant and stuff, do you all know I do when they come with their glass of water? You want water? No, because it's the tap water that they're giving you people.
Me
I
not drink it.
know you're not opening no spring water. I put it in a couple of zero.
Me not drink it. Sorry, but I don't. I really don't. Honestly, I don't.
So do you
Even though
really
I eat
believe
their, even though I eat their ice.
It's the same. It's the
do you really believe that the water that they're bottling up and selling by the ton load, that those are water that they prep and actually spring water, actually drinking water? You think
But
them
even
spending
so,
time running that water through filters and stuff like that? No,
I'm quite sure it's filtered, even
no,
if it's sewer water, it's filtered. It's
no.
someone that comes straight from the sewer through the pipe, them, the
You think
rusty pipe, them corroded pipe,
that's the
them.
same scenario? It's the same situation you're drinking out the bottles.
Donna says exactly, respected. That's fact. But listen to this article. It says bottled water contains hundreds of thousands of potentially dangerous plastic fragments. It's a study, and this came from by Saul Elbin, The Hills. The new study has found that the average bottle of water contains nearly a quarter million fragments of plastic particles so small they can potentially gum up the machinery of human cells. And then we wonder why there's so much cancer going on and so rapidly. The findings
Mm-hmm.
Monday in the proceedings of the National Academy of Science open a disturbing window into a large unmapped corner of plastic pollution, a region marked by plastics, the approximate size of viruses or vaccine particles. We know microplastics are always in the environment. Co-author, whatever Columbia University said, they are high up in the Alpines and down in the Marinas Trench and quite a lot in New York City as well. But microplastic are comparatively large and easy to measure, he said. Measures in millionth of a meter. They can be viewed usually technologies such as the scanning electronic microscope. So imagine these particles, especially us that some of us, like myself, that's been drinking all this water. When them tell you all how much bottle of water you have to drink a day, you have
I'm drinking one right now.
you know what I'm saying? Do you know how much plastic we are getting? Listen, seriously, we need to listen. We just need
Let me
to.
ask you, do you know any where in Georgia where there's so-called spring valley or spring preparation for water, where spring water comes from? Do
Up
you
in
know
the
anywhere
mountain.
where
There's
yeah, up in the mountain? But
Up
where
in
the
the
water coming
mountain.
from?
but you have to start with water. You're gonna have to
No,
start.
I went up there. I went up there tubing, and they have quite a bit of springs up there. I went up there
Yeah,
tubing one time.
that's
One year I
yeah.
went tubing up there, and way, way up in the hills. And they do have springs there, natural springs there.
Or them pipe it out.
I don't know. I never inquired. I was looking for that. I went to have
Lord.
fun. I went to have fun in the tubing.
No matter what, we can believe what we want to believe. These companies, them not right.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, and we have to use with judgment. I prefer the boil of water.
Yeah,
As I
I'll
need it,
boil my water. I'll boil my
yeah,
water.
as I need it, I boil it. Let it dry out, cool
Hmm.
down. Yeah.
That way,
But we used to do that for years before this bottle thing came in. That's what we used to do: boil the water and put it in the fridge.
yeah. Well, that's what we have to get to, and we have to get all of this plastic because we didn't use a lot of plastic before.
Right.
Hmm.
And you know,
True, it's true, it's true.
rid of a lot of these plastic stuff that we're using. I've already transformed myself from using aluminum. So
Yeah.
if I use aluminum foil, I definitely use one of the wax paper um,
Hmm.
of it and then maybe wrap the aluminum after it. Because
I'm working on that. Yeah, yeah.
meat. It's aluminum is not good for your bodies. It's
Hmm.
not good for your body. So you have to make so I use glass. I use a lot of the glass wares now.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and,
Cooking it, me too. Yeah.
all of
Mm,
this stuff like that. Big
yeah.
up yourself, big up yourself. Big up yourself, Mr. Wayne. Large up yourself. Yeah, me darling, tell me darling. You. Donna says, we used to boil the water, but it's the pipes.
Yeah, they're rusty.
Yeah.
Which
Uh,
part in the live? Which part in the live? Talk about rusty and rusty. Where do you
don't you
live?
see? Don't you see how Georgia digging up? Don't you see how Georgia digging up the road and the sidewalk? Them. That's what they're trying to do. Replace some of these pipes because they've been in there for years, 100 years. Those pipes have been in there.
Yeah.
Them not dig up no pipe. Them a plant 5G lines. No, serious.
I thought they
5G
did that
lines.
the
Them a put.
past 2 years. I thought
No,
they
them
did that.
still a do
The
it. Them still a
towers.
do it.
They did the towers this anyway. Mm.
The pipes.
They
Yes.
had gotten that grant for to fix the road and drainage right before COVID. And through COVID, they couldn't do it because they didn't have enough manpower. That's what I was told. So now they're doing the job because they have enough manpower now. So
They are not pulling up any pipes nowhere. They're
No.
as the respective.
making sidewalks and whatever they claim and
They're
taking up the whole drain.
they're
Them
putting.
boss tell them say pretend son I work here so we can get more money.
Let's we you know ready for move on.
Yeah.
Plastic bottles and all of these things. Okay. Are we gonna touch Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, which that's a drop in, but we also have the church versus secular music, which we were supposed to touch last. We also have the Jamaica College. This is out of Jamaica. The former Jamaica College. That's a real quick one. I
Well,
think
yeah,
Yeah, man.
Lloyd Austin one is real quick
I, wa-
too,
I wanted to touch
because
quick that um Steph London and Jada Kingdom situation that's going on. I wanted to touch that just briefly, but not right now. So where did you all say we're gonna go to first?
defense secretary is real quick. What it does is infringing on someone's privacy. And what
Me
I'm
feel like
saying is that something like that, what's going on with him, it's something, yes, he should have maybe, passed it on to the president, but at the same time, the man was in the doggone ICU. So how did they expect him to do that at that time? He had to wait till he feel better. Someone contacted his assistant and told her. So she maybe should have been the one to contact somebody in the government and let them know what was going on. But right now they want to penalize him. They want him to resign because they're saying that he's not fulfilling the role that he was appointed to fulfill.
Okay, I'm going to answer you on that real briefly. Well, maybe briefly. Listen, we're talking about the Defense Secretary of the United States of America.
Hmm.
That is a very high position.
Yeah.
Nothing is private. When it comes to you being unable to conduct your job, to protect the citizens of the United States of America. You had more than enough time because from you being diagnosed, that was to be that you that should have been brought to the attention to the president that at this time you are diagnosed with this. It doesn't stop you at this particular moment from doing your job. And when it becomes complicated for you to do your job, then you have to notify. We're talking about the security of people like me and you.
But lady, look at this. This simple American, these people can pull up information on. How come this is a very important man? How you did not know all of this?
Because they shouldn't have to pull up you. You're straying from the point. He's not a criminal where you should or the government is not digging into their background. They hired you because they trusted you. And you have to, it's your responsibility to protect the citizens of the United States of America, Queen. And no, there's no privacy when it's affecting the most important position that a one can have of protecting the citizens of if something happened during this time and he was not able to execute his job and did not inform anyone, that is the possibility that may occur where they can have someone on emergency standby or to have the person underneath him aware to get up to date on whatever situation that the country is facing so that in case something like this happen you can stand in place. That's
So
a very
Well,
important.
well, I was leaning towards that, but then when I sat down and I thought about it, and I said, you know what? Because I'm a citizen, I'm gonna think that way. But you know, what about him and his rights? As a human being. I
Well,
mean,
you've already
I'm pretty
you
you
relinquished.
finished with it.
I'm pretty sure that everybody can tell by now that Queen have a crush on him. He's so passionate about.
This man
Well, let
has
me tell you about. Let me tell one of the genius that went to the hospital to check on him, and they say, "I see you," and
Mm.
the brilliant man said, "I see you too." Okay. No, he's in the ICU. You never heard that before. I see you. Yeah, I see you.
leave it
You see him, right?
jokes on.
Lord of mercy. You
What you
always
mean?
come
You
up
see
with
me? I
something.
see you too.
No respect. What I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I hear what you're saying too, lady, and I did agree with you, and I did think that too, and I did say that too. That his role, and that's why I even start out by saying his role is very important.
His
So
role is important, but they spend too much time on stuff that they could say okay and quickly over with because there's too many more important things to be discussing. As far as life itself, look how much war and whatnot going on. I don't pay no attention to those things really.
How
He's
much
just a
war,
man who got sick
how much war that is going on, and we have the
and
defense.
tsunami and
That's
earthquake and tornado and hurricane
that's very
and Trump and him people them and
that's
nah. Him all right. Him all
Trump
right.
and war too, huh? Trump, he's saying Trump too.
That
Trump.
man is all right.
All right. So where we going from here? Where we going?
Okay.
The
We're gonna
church.
we're gonna touch. We leave Jada them somewhere. Superman. Superman was went into court.
They had him shackled this time and all mask on him face, metal mask on him face.
Superman, Superman just I'm telling you, Superman did his thing. Wrong with his thing. But yeah, this time they held him down.
They held him down, found him guilty, and all of that.
You
Well,
know,
I feel his pain.
yeah, it's because you know
I
what?
feel his
They
pain,
also now is charging him with attempted. What was it?
But
Attempted murder or something.
Hmm.
So you see
Yep.
how quickly we can just out of ignorance and stuff like that, we can just give away our life unless they would plead that he has some type of mental situation going on. That
That haven't come out. He was just ignorant from what they're saying. He was just. Mhm.
Donna says, "Respect to you are a joker." He is. He
He
is.
is. I know. That's what I say.
So
That's what I say. He
but
make us laugh though, and that's good.
you know that.
Hmm.
but honestly speaking, look at that situation right there,
Yeah.
and look at how many politicians and ex-president and all the stuff that they do in the courtroom and said to judges and act towards judges and clerks and so forth. People died because of their words. More people could have died and so on and so forth. And they walk in the street and still do whatever they want to do. The court is not right. The system is not right. District attorneys, judges, they're not right. So it's hard for me to celebrate or even smile and laugh at a situation where black or white is involved, normal people in front of a judge. How easy that judge get irritated and just cast judgment on them. And they're afraid to do this to their own or somebody who's these things angers me, man.
Crazy. So I'm just wait. I'm just hoping his attorney think. Well, I don't know what I hope with him because
And he can't appeal, right or wrong, whether he is guilty or not. He can't appeal like the rest of them are doing.
Ah, ah,
once again,
that's serious. Some serious stuff there.
listen, we
He's facing some serious stuff. Oh.
saw him fly from the back of the room, come over the judge's bench. Like, what appeal is he going to appeal? What kind of appeal he's going to appeal? Fly
Uh,
from one end of the room to the next. I'm wondering, big up yourself, Angela. Big up yourself. He has mental illness, probably hearing voices, psychotic, and that's what I
so
was just going to say. I'm hoping that his defense, well, I'm not hoping, I'm wondering if his defense attorney would
get him
use
help.
um temporary insanity. I mean,
Insanity.
Insanity.
Yeah, get him help.
yeah, because this is, I guess he's been in jail, and now to know that I'm really going to jail. Sometimes,
Yeah, because he's now charged, officially charged.
yeah, sometimes people quickly click, they're, so I'm just, man, I'm telling you, trust me, I never, if that's a human
I just I
situation.
just remember how innocent I was and leaving a courtroom, traffic court to begin with, and just mumbled something and was yanked up by the waistline. I'm being straight up with you because the judge thought I said something disrespectful. I'm just saying, how the normal man can just get any kind of treatment in court, but when it's time to treat somebody who's they don't do it.
Oh.
It's unfair.
Yeah, Angela says that they need psychiatric evaluation. They do. Yeah.
Oh.
I hope that they give him. I hope that they give him that.
He needs help.
He needs serious help because he has anger issues. Because
Yeah,
Mhm.
he needs help.
serious
Yeah,
issues
you know that. Hmm.
be addressed. Yeah.
Cause everybody know better than to go jump on a judge. You are give your life away. I mean, and I'm quite sure intentionally he's not planning on giving his life away. He just made a mistake. He couldn't control himself.
Sometimes, Queen, anxiety. You
Yeah.
know, anxiety. Because okay, he even what was going through the mind of that guy. I think his name was Nichols.
Nichols.
Yes, yes,
and kill up the judges and
yes, yeah.
court
Mm-hmm.
all those people at that particular. What was going in his mind is to be caged. He's thinking, "Oh my God, I'm really going. It's really
I'm done. Mm-hmm.
going into this cell. I'm not going to be free." And all he can think about is his freedom. He wants to be free.
Yeah.
He wants to get that person whom he feels that is causing this situation. You know, I don't know what goes through their minds, and mental health is something.
It is. And there's all form of mental health, you know. Hmm.
His mental health is definitely something else.
Some more severe than others, and some is different causes, you know, for that to occur, you know. It's something, though, you know, really.
Mental health. Let's take a
And
quick
that's
step.
that prayer for him. Hopefully he gets the help he needs and court reconsider.
Yeah.
Get him back in society when they feel he's ready.
Yeah, well, he has a lot to work on because
Yeah,
he's
definite.
assaulted several
Definite.
persons while he's in that position.
Yeah, because somebody arm broke, one of the bailiffs got injured. It's a lot of stuff.
Meaning before it even got to that, the reason why he was in court was based off of anger issues.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna take a quick station break and come back. Just a quick, a really, really, what, 60-second station break, and come right back. And in our next reasoning, we're gonna touch a little bit about church and invasion and church secular versus
Mm-hmm.
gospel and church in general. We're going to be touching a little bit of the DoorDash that was requested. That was a topic that was sent to us. If you have a topic that you would like to be discussed, DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. Send those topics in because there's no topic that is off limit for us to reason on right here on Reasoning Thursdays. Okay, we're gonna touch a little bit of the Stefan Don and Jada Kingdom thing on a different perspective. And what does it mean with JLP walking and crossing parties? We're gonna just touch that briefly. Car insurance for young people under 25. Those are in the mix, as well as out of Jamaica. Topic out of Jamaica is former JC groundsman that pleads guilty out of Jamaica College groundsman whom pleads guilty. So keep it locked. Don't go anywhere. And don't touch those dials. Let's we just take a quick station update.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
One by One Kia full range of products embodies fundamental nutrients necessary to maintain beautiful and healthy hair care without having to combine an assortment of hair care products. The One by One Kia products are designed to rejuvenate, moisturize, create shine, fortify, and stimulate hair growth while leaving your hair feeling weightless and luxurious. Be sure to visit our website at www.onebywankaya.com and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at One by One Kia. Let's get your healthy hair care journey started today.
I want to say congratulations to One by One Kia, the celebrity hairstylist with her own hair care products. The products are fantabulous. Been using it now for about 6 years, and they are fantabulous products. I want to say congratulations to you being nominated, as well as your fantabulous
Team.
series, your
Hmm.
fantabulous team that did all of the hair in the Bass Reeves production. Yeah, so we want to say big shouts to you. And she did an awesome interview yesterday. I had was
Yeah.
privileged to watch it and
Yeah.
the journey and the thoughts and all that is put into creating hairstyles and stuff like that. Because we just watch these movies on big screens and on our television and don't understand the intricacy of it, of doing all of that. knowing that there's a certain way the hair is, the certain dressing. So I want to just big up all of the back scene people that
Yeah.
that work on all of these productions, because now that my niece is in it, I'm understanding what is going on. So one by one, Kia, bless up yourself, big up yourself. We are over here at the Powerhouse Radio, proud of you, and we thank you
Yes.
for your continued sponsorship right here on the Powerhouse Radio. All righty, back to reasoning. Andrea says, yes, I was on the live yesterday. Was so interested. I big her up today. Proud of my cuz. Yes, I'm telling you, I'm very, very proud of One by One Kid.
Hmm.
And products is good, and she's doing big things. Um, she even had a little play in the color purple. I mean, a lot of all of these productions that she is in. So big up yourself once again. Big up yourself.
Dashing through the snow, she have done so much. I mean,
Ooh, yes. Um, dancing in the snow, that Christmas program that was on, and the one before that she was in as well. So she's doing up her thing. Let me tell you, personal stylist for Gabrielle Union, and she's working on a show right now with Gabrielle Union. So I'm very, very proud of you. But back to the topics on Reasoning Thursdays, each and every Thursdays. Before we go on, we want to also invite each and everyone to join us. Go over to our YouTube channel. Yeah, we're trying to build that up. So go over there to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, so when any of our talk programs are on, you will be notified that they're on. You have Let's Gripe on Wednesdays from 7 to 8 p.m. And then you have talk program right here, Reasoning Thursdays, each and every Thursdays with yours truly, Lady T. You have yours truly, Queen, and you have yours truly, Darespecta, each and every week right here on the Powerhouse Radio. Also, be sure to listen to the Lady D show each and every Saturdays from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Trust me, you is the best place to be on a Saturday.
It's the number one
Yeah, vibes.
Saturday program.
And fair warning, I mostly deal with big people music. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we have a good time over here. We do what you know about it. Did you know? We have the joke of the day. We have your entertainment headliners. We have interviews, and we have our views on the Lady D show each and every Saturdays, 12 to 4 p.m. So do join us. Tell a friend and a family member. Jumping right into it. Oh, before that, I want to say big shouts to all of our sponsors: One by One Kia, the Hinkson Firm, Unique Enterprise, Mystique Enterprise, Unique Total Care, and Keith's Restorations. Want to say big, massive shouts to each and everyone for continuing to keep the faith in the Powerhouse Radio. All righty, real quick, where we're going: King Jada Kingdom, Steph London. We're gonna touch that. We're gonna go to DoorDash, or we're gonna knock out Jamaica, and then get into the church and secular. What you say?
You the, you the boss.
No man, no go on through and tell me. Come on, quick. All right, real quick.
On
DoorDash,
it,
real quick. DoorDash. Well, not even DoorDash, but all of those delivery places and all of the restaurants that you go to. Do I mean at this point I think tipping used to be a courtesy, and now it's becoming a requirement to help when you go out to eat, to help these restaurants to be able to pay the employees. It's becoming a requirement because they're taking gratitude out of your check, right? They're taking gratitude out of putting gratitude fees on your check, and they don't even know what you want to pay somebody. I think that's not a good. Big up yourself, the real SWAT boss. He said, "Yes, Lady D, put the on the box. Big up yourself. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. Thanks for joining us. What's your thought on it, the respecter?
well, I used to do it, but I realized they don't deserve it, man. Not all of them. Some of them deserve it. Depends on the situation. It should be your choice how much you want to give. Them can demand a certain percentage that they've been doing. I don't agree with that. But if a waitress is doing a good job, use your judgment in tipping he or she. The
And
management now shouldn't have no control on how much a person, a customer, want to give the or should give the waiter. So I don't agree with them philosophy of it. Because
You
them a
see,
take away
what
from my money
happened
now.
is that a lot
They're
of
taking
these
away some of the
jobs,
tips.
they're making it where tip is part of their salary.
yeah,
And that's what's happening now. So because of that, they're looking for big tips. But I don't care. I usually give what I want to give, and that's what I do. If you're deserving, then I'll give you a good tip. If not, then I'll give you just something, a token of my appreciation, and I'm done with it.
okay,
It's always been a mandatory thing where the tip on the low wage where them get the customers, I mean the workers. But now the difference now is that they're raising it to a level where they get a percentage out of that level. And everything now go to the worker. And that's the trick about it. The
Mm.
worker just get maybe 60%, right?
yeah, because now they're
So
starting. A lot of restaurants are putting the gratuity charge on your check, and this was a
yeah,
topic that was submitted by Kim out of Miami, with DoorDash. She sent me the clip, and then I forwarded over to Queen and the Respecter, and that was one of her questions. And the clip that was submitted was saying that the individual ordered a DoorDash order. And because they know, they feel that a percentage may be taken away from the person whom is driving the car, they normally
right.
they wanted to wait until that person got to the home in order to give them the tip. But when
Mhm.
that person came in, when that person delivered the food and they were handing them the tip, the person said to them, the driver said to the person who ordered that never mind. The person actually saw that she was, you can see that she was kind of shocked, like, so she says, well, look in the bag what I wrote. So she wrote in the bag, she put something in the bag that said, something about next time you need to tip somebody. But so at this point, that's why the question has came up as to why is it now a requirement in versus a want for a person to tip and to tip the way that they want. And that brings me to these delivery people that's delivering your open food. You know, it questions to how much tip that you put on this receipt for these drivers to see. And then when they see, are they playing with our foods in this car if you don't give a tip? You know what I'm saying? How safe is your food? Because it's not all of these restaurants that are securing your food the proper way to have it to be delivered. Some of them can open up the bag and put, because if she was able to insert a card inside of this lady bag, what else she couldn't have inserted in there, because on the receipt she did not see a tip when the lady had it in her full mind to give her a tip when she got there. So I
uh,
just think of the audacity of,
Well, I know somebody who do DoorDash, and what that person, she will not take any ride unless she's getting a tip. And I think there's a way that you can detect if you're getting a tip or not.
yeah, it's on the receipt that person tipped you or not. Donna says
Yeah.
Donna says,
Well, she says she just don't take those trips
yeah,
that has no tip.
Donna says, I don't agree with that either. It's to the customer. And Jean said that's because they only pay their waiters $3 to $7 an hour. That's
Mm-hmm.
necessary. And that's the problem. And that's what I said. If you had heard me, Jean, I had said that um these employers are expecting us as customers to pay their employees' wages.
Mm-hmm.
We're only giving them $3 and $5 an hour, and you're telling them tips. Suppose some
Mm-hmm.
people do not have a tip to give you.
Mm-hmm.
They have already came in there and spent X amount of dollars, and you didn't give them a discount off of the meal that they ordered, but yet you still want them to pay a tip to pay you to. basically the customers is paying your employees, which that is already being done based off of the food prices. That's
It's just like Walmart. When you order things from Walmart, you have to pay $10, right? And yet still when the individual bring the bags, they're looking for a tip. They're looking towards a tip, even though you already have to pay $10 for them to deliver your package.
yeah, because the $10 wasn't is I don't know.
It's just
Well, to Kim out of Miami, this is our thoughts on the topic that you submitted. Um, so the
yeah.
respect to touch it.
Use your judgment on tipping.
Mhm.
That's it. That's it. That's it. And while we on Walmart, just throwing about the customer overpaid lady. You want to throw that in real quick? That's a
Um,
throw in.
nah, we ain't going about. Okay, well, we
No.
just gonna say to each and every one, if you're using the self checkout at any of those, any not even just Walmart, but any of the company, but Walmart is the one that's in focus, is that check your receipt because there's an article that was submitted as well stating that
Mm.
Walmart is overcharging on those self checkout stuff. I don't use it, period. I don't use none of any of those self checkout. I make sure I go online, and if I have to wait online, I wait online because
You
it's
sound like Miss Berta.
only what sometimes I think, sometimes we have to think, there was a time when Walmart used to only have like the one that I used to go to. Only you had about two of those registers. Now the
hmm
lines are full of those type of registers.
Maybe one or two open with person open. Yeah.
Which we
hmm
also have to think that in the process of doing that, that eliminates jobs.
hmm
Eliminate jobs for live persons. Because the time that we are taking to go on these lines, they could have had live persons in those slots.
hmm
And people need work,
hmm
looking work.
hmm
So when they are taking these machineries and putting in place of persons, we also are to think of what we're doing. But once again, everything is a rush. No one wants to wait anymore online. No one wants to wait for anything. Everything has to be done fast right now. Stand on the line, you're gonna take too long. There's no patience, and patience is virtue. There's no patience.
But now at Walmart, even those lines are long. Go all the way down in the aisle.
Yes, because there's not enough,
There's not enough. Yeah.
not putting enough machinery in there because they said, okay,
hmm
I mean, persons in there because they say, okay, you all use the machine, and the machine basically is going off of your pace. So if you is in a rush and hurry up and scan your thing them and come out to the people in place, to rush to start that line and take your time and beep through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're moving on. We're moving on because we weren't
hmm
take long on that.
Yeah.
Touch and
All
go.
right.
All right, real quick is 9:26. So I already promised Donna. Former JC groundsman pleads guilty. The only thing I have to say on that out of Jamaica is that I don't understand how the principal could have back a man. For those who don't know what we're talking about, you know what, we have to update our website so that we can pose these questions weekly on the Powerhouse website. And we got to definitely talk. So the Jamaica College in Jamaica, they have a
Mhm.
groundsman that was used to be their caretaker that was there, and that caretaker is accused of having sexual what
Encounter with a 14-year-old
14-year-old
and
well,
was heard in
rather
when him said, hmm
rather exposed himself for soliciting acts with a 14-year-old minor. He evaded police captivity for 2 years.
hmm
But now the principal for that school in Jamaica, Jamaica College is the school that we're speaking of. It's alleged that that principal hired back this man, knowing, and you can't tell me that he didn't know the history of this person because it was stink in the community. So to hire back, I just feel like if there's evidence that he has knowledge of what was going on, he should be held in with charges of harboring a child predator back into the schools where there's children.
Yeah, but you heard what he said, right? What Mister what's his name said?
So
He's saying that he is volunteering on Saturdays.
it doesn't.
He's just not. He must say volunteer. Him say helping. Him say I help out on Saturdays.
He should not be allowed on the grounds.
That's what I would think too, because they had a funeral there the other day, and he was seen on the ground, doing work.
Yeah, he was arrested as well at that same time.
Yeah, at that same time, yes.
Thing is, the bottom line with this and respect, I don't know if you need to touch it because we're running. I'm just touching and going at this point.
Hmm.
We get to the other serious topic. The you want to touch that with the groundsman?
No.
No, all right. So
Okay.
bottom line with this is whomever allowed him to come on the property, knowing the history, they also need to be charged because you're putting children in danger.
At risk, yeah.
Okay, you're putting children, and I don't play that. Okay. Church against his secular music. Before we even go into church, um against secular music, Jada Kingdom and Steph London. We need to. It's a serious clash, and maybe we talk about it next week because I think we that might take a little minute because it's a serious clash. But my only thing with it, like I'm going to say to the two ladies, is it not look good. You know, there's sometimes a saying which we might look at this as a feminist saying. It's not everything a man can do, a woman can do. And I think that is one of it. I don't, the way that you all are talking about each other's front and bringing in your family members into this and the degrading of each other, period. You know, I just don't find it as a woman. I just don't like it. You know, with the lyrics them bad still, yes, all of that. But I just feel like you all are being exploited, even by whom is encouraging it for it to continue. You know, and I think they need to take a serious check into themselves, and you know, understand that they have children, and children will hear these things that are being said about both of them, you know. So I just don't. I understand. I definitely understand the clash culture, you know, and all of that. But I just think say leave that for the man them. And if we're gonna if we're gonna clash, we need to find a better way to clash than what than what I've observed with the two women. You know, lyrics them bad same way, but they were way out. They were a way out. It was like some underbelt stabbing. You know what I mean? It was just distasteful. Period. Um. Okay, you all don't want to touch that, right?
No,
No,
I'm done.
respectfully, respectfully.
Go ahead.
In my younger days, I would have loved to be the one to take them somewhere and counsel them.
Yeah, yeah.
Because two of them hot like fire.
Yeah, them hot
Mm.
and the lyrics are bad, but I think they could have they could have fixed the lyrics them a little bit better. You know what?
Mm.
Then, no,
Um,
they eat a lot of brown
a
stew
little bit more
chicken.
tasteful. It could have been a little bit more tasteful because you can be tasteful and raw at the same time, you know. You know, but but then
They not think about that. All them I think about that diss each other anyway.
yeah,
Forget the prep and the
once again,
woohoo, aha. Hmm.
that's the now.
That's why I'm not even touching it. It's
That's the
they're
now.
not worth it. I mean, really.
Donald Trump we're gonna touch Trump next week because I think that one is a serious one that we need to really spend some time on
Yes.
with
Yes.
Trump situation there.
Mhm.
Trump. So we're gonna touch that one next week. We're gonna leave that for next week, right? And
Yeah.
um so because we're running, why time flies man, when you're having fun. Why may I tell you? TD
Mhm.
Jakes Church, we're gonna touch church and secular, and then we're gonna touch that aliens topic. So yeah, we're touching the aliens topic tonight. We're not touching Cat Williams. Oh my God, the respecter. Real quick, let's go into car insurance and the young people.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I just saw it. Mhm.
As is 9:32. Go ahead, the respecter.
Well, I'm just gonna speak on my son. Him decides saying want to be different than the average young man. He want him independence. So him
Mhm.
get him own car loan and him get him own car 20. And then realize insurance went from 300 and change to 500 and change. And no matter how we try and try, find out that some youngsters $1,000 and more them are pay. And
Mhm.
everything is because of them under 25. And even though them not have no accident, them are a bad driver, them might get blamed for the so-called bad driver. They might get blamed for the zip code because them might be panic say the zip code where you live in is
Mhm.
that's a
High
flight thief
risk.
go
High
on
risk.
and
Yeah.
accident go on. And that's not true because the Roswell and the Alpha Red and the Sandy Springs and them, come on. Them target the majority of black communities to make them pay higher in everything. You don't believe me? Drive to those places and check gas prices compared to where we live. And we see the big difference in the black community and the white community. Everything is cheaper on that side. So it's a thing that I and anytime you call the commissioner, which I tried many times, them ignore you. No matter how much message you left, they will call you back.
Yeah, my
Them
son paying a lot to for his daughter. She's 19 and she just got a car.
ridiculous.
He just bought her a car and he's complaining. I heard him complaining about how much insurance he has to be paying for her.
Insurance,
So,
insurance in general has gone up. There was a
mhm.
for my business van, I used to pay $1,500 a year for my business van, and it has now gone up to $3,800
Mm,
for my business. Okay, so I mean, insurance in general has just
mm,
totally
mm,
gone, and
skyrocket, crazy.
for the young ones, them that is trying to
Mm,
be in
make life. Hey.
as your son, the respecter, and having to face these things right here. And
Yeah.
this is him being under your policy as well.
No, no, I'm on him own.
Okay.
No,
Um,
that's even more.
Yeah, so maybe
Yeah.
I know we want them to be on their own, but sometimes maybe we have to put them underneath our policy.
Yeah, because that's what my son had to do. He had to put his daughter under his.
Real quick,
It's still high, but it's less than she would pay if she was doing it alone.
it's just like when if you've let your insurance lapse and you let your insurance lapse for X amount of time, they considered it a brand new insurance. So
Mhm.
or the prices are more if you had consecutive insurance.
Mhm.
Like say you insured your car before it had expired, you would definitely be able to you would definitely be able to keep a lower rate. But once it expires, it's like you're starting all over again. So, hopefully by next year or so, maybe his insurance will go down immensely. Um, you know. So yeah, we'll pray on that. It's 9:37 right here on the Powerhouse Clock by your host. I guess we're gonna put off this church and secular, go all the way to next week as well, because that's a hot topic as well. Man,
Yes, it is.
yeah, we're full of hot we're full of hot reasoning over here, I'm looking at you all and telling a friend and a family member.
Okay.
We are here each and every Thursday from 8 p.m. up until the 10 o'clock hour. Aliens, let's dive in this alien
Yes.
because I don't know. I don't. All right. Because listen, I got about 50 calls over this alien business. All right. So for listen, no, I don't believe that there was no aliens in Fort Lauderdale.
Running around in the mall.
Do not believe it. I believe no. I do not
Listen,
believe that there was any aliens running
listen,
around in the mall.
listen.
Go ahead.
Believe it. Believe it.
Believe what? What is
Believe it.
believe?
People said they saw it.
Believe
More
it.
than one person.
There's many time I'm pretty sure you, no matter where you're there, you do a double take because you swear you see a shadow. You swear you see somebody, you look and you look like you walk or you just sitting there and you see like there's a movement in front of you.
No, listen. This
Out
thing.
there
But it was
is
more than
is
one
stuff
person that
going
saw
on.
it, Spectre.
This
The
thing.
respecter. It was more than
Yeah,
one person
yeah,
that said they saw it.
Before
And
that's
and you
real.
know what the government said? It was
wait a minute.
problems, gang initiation or whatever
Before we go
to
full,
cover it.
before we go full blown into it, Jean had made two comments here that I didn't read and I don't want to go over. She says, but Walmart also has a thing that you pay X amount a year and get free delivery. She also says, and that was from the Walmart discussion that we had, and she also said that's because most of the accidents occur. It is with a younger driver; they are driving recklessly, and
Hmm.
in the comments in regards to the insurance being higher for
Hmm.
was 25 and below. Yeah. So those were those comments. I just wanted to make sure I read it because she took the time to write it. So it's
Yes.
for us to acknowledge them. All right.
Yes.
Back to this alien business. Although we make everybody I get out of here. I don't believe this alien thing because most of this stuff that I'm seeing are not meaning that I don't believe that there's another form, another life form. I'm just saying in this incident in Fort Lauderdale. All right, nobody, not one person, and not one person got a picture. I don't care how much everybody they are running. Okay, somebody had to get a picture, and the descriptions of the you know what this I was watching it. Well, you sent to me, Queen. What this guy
Yeah.
that's talking about is like a heligon or whatever you call those oh boy, I'm not saying the word right, but where they
Hologon, like a hologon line.
yeah, where they flash in and flash out.
Yeah, it's like
Some
a hologram. Hologram. Hologram.
they're
Mm.
going with some predator business right there. So that sound like what used to go on with the predator
Hmm.
moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't believe that none at all. We're gonna open up the line 70. What is it? What's the number here? 706-955-2001. 706-955-2001. Adana, you know say that are your department. You say you know say that are your department. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And then Queen send me a clip where yes, calls left and right with this one here. Yes,
Yes.
yes. Caller,
Hi,
caller.
good evening.
Hi,
Hi.
hi, Donna. How you doing? And hi,
Even Donna.
we
I'm
have two
good.
callers on the
How's
line.
everyone?
We
What's
blessed.
Yeah.
up, Don?
So, yeah, that's my topic, the
I
alien
know.
stuff.
I definitely do that.
Yeah. The thing is that how we look for them to appear, that's not how they go. That's not how they actually look. They look just like us.
Okay. So
Okay?
so so all of this
Right.
so all of this crap in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, there's no you don't feel that there's no such thing like that.
Maybe not. I don't believe that. And the thing is that in Fort Lauderdale, in those areas, like I would always mention the Kennedy Space Station and those things like that. Yeah. Um,
Mm.
they're over there a whole lot. A lot of aliens they come through that space station. But the thing is, they don't come looking like what we expect aliens to look like. They look like us. You know how many aliens has broken up our family lives, and we think that they cause a lot of divorces, separations, and all sorts of things because we think that it's our partners, and it's not. It's aliens. If just listen to it's in the music. Okay, so who don't want to believe, then you don't have to believe, but it's a fact.
There's a
Aliens
lot of aliens in this
destroyed.
country.
They're saying that they're not saying that this thing had a form. They're just saying, yeah, well, it did have a form. They're just saying this thing was tall, huge, unusually tall. It's like that's what they're saying.
I, I've said
And
heard.
what I can't understand is why would 20, what is it? What was it? Almost what, 200 police car or something like that, they said,
Oh, they
with
said
helicopters and whatever you came.
they said about 20
But
or 30.
they
Wasn't
are
it?
the
and
police.
and they're justifying it by saying it was a gang, something was going on.
The
Listen,
aliens are the police. That's just the whole darn problem of today. Okay, so that's just what it is. And they do come in those forms because I listen to other people's reasonings, those scientists, those astronauts, and they have those descriptions, but I don't actually feed into that story because the aliens that I'm speaking of looks like us. And we can't
Anna,
tell the difference. And this is yeah.
you're right.
Okay,
And Lady D is acting like she never see an alien before, and she know a lot of aliens who came from Jamaica. She know a whole lot of
And they were illegal,
aliens.
right?
Right.
Oh God, that's the respecter.
We have a caller on the line. Caller?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, caller.
Well, I don't know about the alien business, whether it's true or not, but I know that I was in the plane recently, and I'm flying, and I'm looking through the window, and it's just pitch dark. And then I don't know, I must have fell asleep or something. But then when I woke up, I looked through the window, and it's white. I just see white. We was in
Mm-hmm.
turbulence, what was considered to be turbulence, for 30 to 45 minutes coming into Georgia. And I turned, after I see the white, I turned to my left, and I'm looking around, and it looked like everybody is sleeping on the plane. But the plane is just shaking, shaking, shaking. Then I look back up to the window, and it's like, like when you put a light bulb into a white um um light shade or something like that, and it's like a luminant light. And I knew it wasn't the light from the plane, it's something else. But then I just threw it off. And I will film these things, and I didn't take a video of it. But later on, my niece called me, and I was telling her my experience because it was just weird to me, at least. Because my hair is popping. My ears never pop when I fly, but my ears just keep popping, and even now it still hurts. But she sent me a video, and when she sent me a video, it was like a flying saucer, and it was dark. And then when they turn the video, you see the light, and I'm like, that's the light that I saw. And she's like,
Right.
Auntie, it's the alien thing that they said is going on. And I'm like, but that's the light that I saw. It looked like it was cloud, but then you see like the white, the bright light behind the cloud. So she said, that's how they I guess hide themselves or something in the clouds or something like that. I don't know how true it is, but
No,
I
it's
Why are you
do.
laughing?
what
we're
I
not
have
laughing. We're not
experienced,
laughing.
you know. So I don't know if it was about aliens or anything like that, but that was my experience, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
Now those
literally, it's my,
those kind of
oh,
You're telling the truth because the other day I went to Manhattan and when I was in the building, the sun came out like a bulb and they was like, oh my God, what the hell is that? Right? They said it's like a light bulb. And I said, oh, the sun. And I said, oh, because that's not the sun. He said, what do you mean? I said, it's not the sun. That's why. So you're telling the truth. And I went to another Jamaica in the 80s. So I went to another Jamaica, West Indies. Okay, that wasn't
mm.
Jamaica. Okay, so that's a fact. You're not talking anything that's off the wall. You're absolutely
And
correct.
that's the reason why I laugh because I don't know. We talked about this stuff. We've been talking about this stuff for at least 2 years now, and I've even voiced my opinion on certain situations and certain things that I've seen also. Even that time I told y'all I was coming down Covington Highway and saw that thing, in front of me, and I wasn't the only one that saw it. Whoever else was in the car also saw it. So I mean, these things is happening, but then we're saying, what is it? Is it being manipulated by man to get us scared, or what is the plan, or is it real? All of these things, I'm questioning, and that's why and it wasn't a laugh, it was more like a smirk, you know and I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking and I'm saying, my God, you know what is going on? Is this man-made like a lot of things, or is this real? Real, where they're coming from out there,
Yeah,
coming
because-
here, or is it,
yeah, because
um,
I was nervous. Just the fact to see that it looked like everybody was sleeping on the plane. Because I woke up and I looked to the side to my left because I'm at the window and I saw the dark, but then the white. First it was darkness. Okay, when I first woke up, and then when I looked to the side, it's white. And then I turned to see, my person that was sitting next to me, she's sleeping. I look behind me, they're sleeping.
So you
At the
sure you wasn't
stewardess,
dreaming?
everybody is sleeping.
And you sure you wasn't dreaming? You pinched yourself?
I was not dreaming. Definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not dreaming.
Yeah. Because no, because of the
I'm
fact
telling
Definitely
you,
not
she's
everyone
not
was
dreaming.
dreaming.
sleeping.
Because I'm telling you, my butt was up after that
Because
because
no,
I
I'm
was like,
saying
this
it.
is
I'm
strange.
saying everyone,
Strange.
everyone on the plane was sleeping. And that's just so unusual, unless it's like a far international
that's
plane.
unusual, yeah.
No, but I
So
Unless
can
it's an
also
overnight plane.
from this happened, I have been having diarrhea. Okay. Not only
Hmm?
that, I still have this ringing in my ear. And it's I've been to the doctor and they can't explain it. So, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that that's what it was, but I'm
No,
just
that's what
letting you
it
know
is.
my experience and what happened to me.
yeah,
So we
And
can't
it
have
just
something.
seems
And that was
unusual.
only 2 days ago, right?
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Mhm.
It happened Monday.
There's not. There's all of
It
those.
was a
The
storm.
majority of
It
the
was a
I,
storm.
celebrities
It was just raining.
I,
are
let me
are
sum it up by
aliens.
this.
go ahead,
Let me kind
respect.
of sum it up.
This is not. This is alienation. Don't you hear them say alienation? This is alienation.
Go, sum it up, the
Okay,
Let
so
respect.
me
that's what it is,
Sum it up, the
let me
respect.
sum it up for a minute.
and that's why. Right. So, you're right, and that's just 2 days ago, and you're absolutely correct. That's not the sun. It's gotta be. It's
Hey, hey, hey.
that's not.
Sum it
that's
up,
not.
the
That's
respect.
not the moon. That's not any of those things. It's not the sun or the moon anymore.
All
That's
that's
what
going
that's
on is
trying to get people to understand. It's a fact,
all that's going on is
right?
Go ahead, the respect.
What's going on is exactly what Cat Williams is saying. 2024 it started in last year, but 2024 there's a lot of things that's gonna be happening that's gonna be
Reveal.
shocking people,
The reveal.
and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things gonna be catching up to people. You have a lot
Mm-hmm.
of special people in the world that they're gonna see things that the other people won't see, and when they share it, you're not gonna believe. So it's for who sees it to know it
Mm-hmm.
and share it, whether they want to or not. And whoever want to believe, accept, and prepare themselves, say, boy, something is coming. And others can see it, and others won't see it. It's designed for a certain amount of people to see certain things. And, basically warn your loved one to say, just stay focused. Everywhere you go, before you go, stay focused. And you can also say, don't trust what you see, but know that you saw something that looks strange, unusual, and just talk to your father and go about life as if you don't see it, but you know it's there. It's not
Great.
easy to do, but gotta pay attention.
This is
Yeah,
prehistoric
I'm telling you.
humans and ancient aliens that's amongst us. And until people get to realize, come on, you look at them real good. You have to be able to tell.
I can't tell
Okay, so
I
that's what
can't
it
tell
is.
a thing. I'm just being straight honest. I can't
Excuse
tell
me?
a thing because everyone looks the same. I mean, they look how
That
they're supposed to look. A person look how they're supposed to look. You know,
no, but the
have anyone on
prehistoric
this
human
have
look
anyone on
has a
this
distinctive. Huh?
have anyone on this panel think that I'm an alien?
Lady, have you seen that thing on YouTube where they showing people that are different from you? All the one where yeah, pop out time head. Did you see that one?
You know, there's
Did-
always people that's different than us. You have you have persons that are being born as conjoined twins with
The woman where her foot grew bigger than her body, almost 100 pounds bigger than her body. I mean,
there's the
it's
that happens to all sorts of
a lot of is family. But let me tell you something. Maybe that's exactly what was going down there. It was just a tall man. It might have been just a tall man, and
They
they
have
never seen a
they
tall man like
have
that before, and they said so. So
what was you saying,
I
Donna?
don't know because
they
there's
have
a
the
couple of people that was saying they did see it. So
Wait a minute.
it has
Everybody
to
have a
be a tall
duplicate.
man.
Someone
I don't know.
Everyone,
I'm trying to
everyone have a
justify it.
duplicate.
wait, okay, everyone wait. We have one I'm hearing either one of the callers or Donna's one of
You know what I'm
someone's
saying?
who's
I'm
talking.
saying everyone has a duplicate. There's someone that looks like you somewhere.
Okay, before you the respected there was someone else just talking.
That's the tall man.
That's the alien on the divine foot. Man, listen, we got to get up on out of this air chair. We have to get up on out of this air chair.
well,
But
that's what it is,
um,
and pretty much the Bible
I
always
do
says,
see the I you know I think that all of us will be a little bit naive to feel as if that we are the only ones in the universe. Um, there if there's life form here, there's life form there. And it leads me sometimes to the questions of how we had even gotten here. You know, where did God come from that he found this earth here and made the formations of the water and the trees and the call it day and call it nights and put and molded men as to what the going off of what the Bible says. So I've always known somewhere there has to be some other type of life form because it was already stated that he found this earth and he thought he can create this and create that and he saw that it was good. So, or or God saw that it was good. So I believe that there's another life form somewhere. As far as um, it's being in the mall of Fort Lauderdale,
Mhm.
don't think so.
Yeah.
Um,
No, the mall is where they are. It's their mall. That's it. They have the mall up here, the
not
Gateway Center. Yeah,
if
the Gateway Center up the block
if
here
I leave it
is
up to
their
Donna,
mall,
if
and
I
that's where they got the water from that poisoned Trump that time from the Spring Creek. Okay, so that's what that's these are the things that I know and I speak of.
Don,
The Gateway Mall is right up the block from here, where
Donna,
right in the same. Huh?
I wanted to say to you,
Hello.
I'm glad you're feeling a lot better because today I got a ping on from the Powerhouse Facebook or something to that effect, where it
Yes.
said that you were saying
Lady, you
something
low.
to where you were saying that someone was trying to poison you or something like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. They did because I had a case, right? And the lawyer called me and told me that she had coronavirus. So she was asking for an adjournment, right? And then I said, okay, I agreed to it or whatever. And then they poisoned. They tried to make me ill, so it could, I guess, it could seem like I was the one who had coronavirus or whatever.
So how did they
I
do
told you,
that? How did they do that?
huh?
How did they do that?
They do it through electromagnetism force, through the devices, through the cell phones, through whatever, through gas. Okay, so it's a hybrid thing. It's electricity and gas. Okay, so they do it through
I did.
those beams, and sometimes things that you eat because it's the 5G gastric cells. Okay, of your stomach, because anything that's where everything starts at. Okay, and then it spreads to your other organs in your body. Everything starts in the stomach area. Okay, so that's just why they say 5G cells is your gastric cells that they're attacking. So that's how they do coronavirus because it's gastrointestinal. And I told them this a long time ago about when I mysteriously became ill, and I said it was through it's through the lighting. And and they do things like gaslighting and stuff like that. So I can be on the phone and you can be on the phone with me and you can
You
send
know
over
what?
electromagnetism force, and depending on how much people you can call me, another person could call me, and
Okay, well, you know
just by
what?
those.
Since it can go over the phone, it is time for us to get off the line. It is 9:57. Since they coming at you, I just want them to send it through the telephone to
It's
me.
no, it's
So we're gonna have to
yeah,
sign off now because it is almost 10 o'clock, 2 minutes from 10. Queen, you want to say arrivederci to me?
Arrivederci. It was interesting. It was exciting. I enjoyed it. Blessings, everyone. And of course, like you here, just be mindful. You go around your everyday duties. Just be mindful. Mindful of what's around you, mindful of what you're doing. Um, that's it. And love. Love everybody. Love your brother, your sister. It's okay.
The respecter.
Yeah, I've seen things, so I'm not gonna take nothing that nobody's saying lightly because if we all really think and look back on life, even as early as today, I'm pretty sure people see things that they thought they saw and take it, oh, it's nothing. We don't know. I mean, think about it.
Hmm.
You can say, Alexa, play Bob Marley, One Love, in less than a second. Listen to that. All right.
right.
Siri, Google,
Hmm.
you name it.
Hmm.
So these things are not man brain that put these machines together that can anywhere in the world, Germany, from America to Germany, it can make a connection in seconds. So there's some supernatural beings in this world. And they take vacation just like men take vacation. You never know. They could be coming from where they are to Earth. Yeah. So we got to take each other's opinion and what we say we saw, or believe we saw, or we believe is going on into consideration and not be fearful about it. Because I don't want to leave the phone thinking that I said something that I thought I saw, or believe, and people don't believe me and think I'm crazy. Nah, I don't want that to happen to none of us. I know enough time, Lady D, you're sleeping and somebody pinch you, Lady D, and you wonder who pinch
Me
you.
done
Don't,
tell
Lady
me done telling the last week
D.
or the shadow jump on me. I know I telling it. I told you all the story last week.
Yes, you did. You sure did.
It's not like I'm not. It's just like it's not like I'm in denial of anything. Like I said even a week ago, there has to be another life form, and we came up with this alien name, but it's a life form somewhere,
Well,
and but I just don't think that was the case. I just think the case.
my pastor says the demons that's been roaming the earth for how many centuries of years, and they're still roaming and
Tell
still
them
walking.
walk off with that too. Tell them walk off with that too, because I don't believe that where they wouldn't be able to demolish these people. Why when they turn these people out of there out of right now in Africa, they are digging up dead people and smoking their bones.
Hmm.
Are none of these dead people and answer? Listen, we're gonna talk about that. Are we gonna?
Till next week.
We have to go up on out of here. We thank you all for joining us each and every Thursdays right here for Reasoning Thursday, where no topic, absolutely no topic is off limit for us to reason on. And we just agree to disagree. And we try to have clean, good fun right here on Reasoning Thursdays. If you want to send your reasoning topics, send it to dapowerhouseradio at gmail.com. That's dapowerhouseradio at gmail.com. And on the subject line, put Reasoning Thursday. So that way it will come to directly to us and we'll know that you have this question to submit for the submissions of the questions. We want to say thank you all for Kim and the young lady. Thank you for your submission, and to the young lady that called in, and to Donna. Want to say big shouts and thank you all for calling in and putting in your input, and for each Andrea for checking in, Jean for checking in, the real SWAT boss for checking in,
Hmm.
on my net, as for each and everyone that interacts with us. We thank you and we need you all to continue to interact with us. We also ask you to share the link, share our YouTube channel, and have your friends, families, colleagues go on over and like. We're trying to get those numbers up to 1100. So if you could please assist us in that, share and tell everyone that you know. Just go over there and subscribe. And when you're coming in on the program, please like. That makes that algorithm, whatever you call that, to pick us up and to share the program to more individuals. We thank you all. We love you all. And be sure to join me Saturday for the Lady D show each and every Saturdays from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. And we're getting back to regular schedule programming. Leaving out with the big man himself, Darespecta, with our theme song.
Banger.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Love you all. Ciao,
Night, night.
ciao.
Love you all.
Oh, come and join us every Thursday from 8 to 10 American time. You know, Jamaican time is never on time. But anyway, I reason we are reason with you. Yeah, yeah. I reason we are reason reason with you. Yeah, important topics. What's going on in this world today? Well, politics, yeah, yeah. A reason we a reason. Murder rate, crime and violence. A reason we a reason. Things that are personal. Reason we a reason. Mental situations. A reason we a reason. You're welcome. Join us. Tell a friend and a friend and a family member. Come reason with me, Lady D. Come reason with me, Queenie. Come reason with me. Darespecta. Well, we know sit down and I left we. Not mine and they are with we. A reason we are reason. Every Thursday night. Yeah. If you got a topic you wanna share it, make sure send it to that powerhouse radio at Gmail. A reason we are reason. Every Thursday, reason we are reason. I want me see reason we are reason. Say big
You're
up
in
to
tune to the Powerhouse Radio,
Jesus. A
linking
reason
the
we are
world to the
reason.
Caribbean. You're in tune to the
Well,
Powerhouse Radio,
you
linking the world to
see,
the Caribbean.
You need to hear what we got to say. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Send us that blessing. Say give us that blessing. Thanks for supporting what we do, what we bring to you, and you. I, a reason we a reason. See who, a reason we a reason.
I can't fight this feeling much longer. The vibe is getting stronger. I can't fight the vibe no more.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking